good things come to those who wait. Mind you, it's not a massive chub, as you can see there, but I've been here for 3 hours, not even a tap, and then the rod pulled round and I hooked into this fish, gave me a nice run around. Eventually I slipped it over the net and onto the bank. The fish has been returned, as you saw just now. The conditions have been quite difficult today. My brolly has got slightly smashed up in the wind, freezing cold. The water temperature, you only have to put your hand in when you mix your brown crumb or even return the fish. You don't need a thermometer to tell you that it's rock bottom. But as I so often say, get out there, give it your best shot, fish with confidence, and you've always got a chance when you do that. I've cast out again. I've been fishing with 4-pound line straight the way through to a size 16 hook, 2 maggots and brown crumb. That's my favourite attractor. It's cheap enough and it feeds, well, it attracts the fish without overfeeding them, but it'll feed them enough to keep them in the swim. What I did with that chub, and it's something I will often do during the winter when it's quite difficult, is I had a look, probably going again, I had a look inside its mouth to see if it had been feeding, because as well as the brown crumb, I've also put a few, and I stress that, a few red maggots out as well. There was nothing at all in its throat. Now that tells me that it could have just arrived into the swim, picked up my bait first of all without feeding on anything else, or it could not be hungry at all. It's difficult to say. However, what I do know is when the conditions are like this, the water temperature's low, the fish aren't feeding, then don't put too much bait out. The crumb's okay, it will create an attractor and it will draw them in, but if you put too many maggots out there, or corn or bread or whatever you're fishing with, then once it's out there you can't take it back. If the session develops and the fish are feeding, you can always put more out if needs be. I tell you what, I've got about another 30 minutes or so on the canal, and it could well be that that might be the only fish of the session. And I say that not with a lack of confidence, but being realistic, because I've had no taps at all during the time that I've been here. And whilst confidence is very important in fishing, you also have to be realistic as well. So if that is all that I catch on this particular session, I'll be more than happy with the conditions the way that they are today. But as I say, another 30 minutes or so before I pack away and go home. Although I continue to look at the rod tip, I am ready to pack away shortly, so it looks like this will be the only fish of the session, or that will be the only fish of the session, that chub. It's a fine line sometimes, isn't it, between success and failure, although I would put success and failure in inverted commas, because as far as fishing's concerned, you never fail when you're out and about on the bank. And even in terms of success, it's measured more than just catching fish, just being here. Even when the rain's coming down, it's windy, it's cold, it's great to be out and about. And if that's you over the next couple of days or so before the weekend, then I wish you all the very best, and I hope your lines are tight. See you soon. And I'd better watch this umbrella because it's going to be taking off again shortly.